Welcome to our next class, students. Midpoint theorem, chapter number 12. Students, listen carefully. For question number 1 to 6, you can consult video number 29. Okay, I already sent 1 to 6 question in video number 29, so you can consult it. Let's start with question number 8. Eighth question is, ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AD equals to BC, EFGH are the midpoints of AB. These are the midpoints, respective midpoints, and you have to prove EFGH is a rhombus. You have to prove EFGH is a rhombus. Rhombus means you have to prove all the sides equal. So look children, what I have done. In triangle ADB, I have taken this triangle ADB. In this triangle, E and F both are midpoints. Okay, and you know that if E and F are midpoints, this will be half of AD as well as parallel to AD. This is midpoint theorem. So E and F are the midpoints. So EF will be half of AD and EF is parallel to AD by MPT. MPT means midpoint theorem. Now in triangle ADC, H and G have taken. H and G both are midpoints, so HG will be half of AD as well as they are parallel also by MPT. So HG is equal to half AD and HG is parallel to AD also by MPT. Now I took triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, H and E both are midpoints, so H and E will be half of BC as well as H and E is parallel to BC. Same thing I wrote here. Then I have taken triangle DBC triangle. In triangle DBC, G and F both are midpoints. Clear? So F and G will be half of BC as well as parallel to BC. So I wrote here. Children, now you can see these two sides are half of AD and these two sides are half of BC. And in our question it is given AD equals to BC. That means all the sides are equal to, as AD is equal to BC, meaning all the sides are equal to each other. And if all sides are equal, we can say EFGH is a rhombus. Ninth question, ABCD is a parallelogram and P is a point of DC. P is a point on DC and Q is a point on AC. AC is the side, Q is point on it, such that CQ, see beta, CQ is 1/4 of AC. That means whatever the length of AC is there, CQ is 1/4 of that. So what I did, let AC is equal to X. And you know it's a parallelogram. In case of parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. Bisect each other means OA will be equal to OC. Whole length I have taken as X. What will be OA? X by 2. What will be OC? X by 2. Now it is given CQ is 1/4. So what is 1/4 of OC? That is half of X by 2. It shows that Q is midpoint of OC. So I wrote here, let AC is equal to X, OA is equal to OC, X by 2. QC will be X by 4. It is given to us. It means Q is midpoint of OC. Q is midpoint of OC. Now we have to prove R is midpoint of BC. We have to prove R is midpoint of BC. So what I did, in triangle DOC, see children, in triangle DOC, Q and P are the midpoints. Q already midpoint and P is given to us. P is the midpoint of DC. So Q is also midpoint, P is also midpoint. So we know that line joining the midpoints will be parallel to third side as well as half of it. Clear? It shows that PQ is parallel to DO. So P is midpoint and PR is parallel to DB. Clear? So R will be, sorry children, in triangle DOC, Q and P are the midpoints. So PQ will be parallel to DO. What is the reason for this? Reason is MPT. Now children, we have proved this side is parallel to this side. But our motive is to prove R is midpoint of BC. So for this, I am going to take the triangle DBC. See, I have taken the triangle DBC. in triangle DBC children, P is midpoint as well as this side is parallel to this side. I told you if one midpoint is there and the line is parallel, the other point will also be midpoint. That is called converse of MPT. What it is called? Converse of MPT. So hence proved. See, I wrote here P is midpoint as well as PR is parallel to DB. PR, why it will be parallel? Because we proved PQ is parallel to DO. So these are the lines which are produced only. So they will also be parallel to each other. So R will also be the midpoint. That's what we have to prove in first part. Second part, to prove PR is equal to half of DB. We have to prove PR is half of DB. Very simple. Now we'll take triangle DBC. Take this triangle. In this triangle, P is midpoint already given. R is midpoint. We have proved in first part. So what will be PR? PR will be half of DB. Reason MPT. Now 10th question. D, E, F are the midpoints of sides ABC. I have drawn the triangle ABC. D, E and F. These are midpoints of three sides. Then after AE meets DF at point O. AE meets DF at point O. P and Q are the midpoints of OB. See, you can see here P is midpoint of OB. Q is midpoint of OC. And you have to prove that DPQF is a parallelogram. You have to prove DPQF is a parallelogram. Children, you know that if of a quadrilateral, if you prove one pair of side equal and parallel, you can say that it's a parallelogram. Only one pair of side you need to prove equal and parallel, then you can say quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So for this, what I did, I took full triangle first. In that, D and F are midpoints. So we can write DF is half of BC as well as DF is parallel to BC. Reason MPT. In the second case, we'll take triangle BOC in which P and Q are the midpoints. So what we'll write? PQ is half of BC as well as PQ is parallel to BC also. MPT only. So in first part, we proved this is half of BC. In second part, we proved PQ is half of BC. That means they are equal to each other as well as DF is parallel to BC. PQ is also parallel to BC. It means they are parallel to each other. So from equation 1 and 2, PQ is equal to DF and PQ is parallel to DF. It shows that DPQF is a parallelogram. In question number 11, triangle ABC is given. P is midpoint of side BC. This is midpoint and a line through P parallel to CA. You can see this is the line through P parallel to CA meets AB at point Q, and a line through Q which is parallel to BC meets AP at point R. Clear? And you have to prove AP is equal to double of AR. You have to prove AP is double of AR. It means you have to prove R is midpoint of AP. So for this, children, I took triangle ABC in which P is midpoint. Clear? And this line is parallel to this line. So one midpoint is there, one line is parallel. It means Q will also be the midpoint. Reason converse of MPT. Same thing I wrote here. P is midpoint of PQ. Midpoint and PQ is parallel to AC. So Q will be midpoint. Reason converse of MPT. Now we need to prove R as midpoint. Now you take triangle ABP. This triangle you can take. In this triangle, Q is midpoint and this line is parallel to this line. It shows that R will also be midpoint. Reason converse of MPT. Q will be in triangle APB. Q is midpoint and QR is parallel to BP. So R will also be midpoint by converse. So this is first part. Second part, you have to prove BC is equal to 4QR. BC is 4QR. Very simple, children. P is midpoint of BC. Now you take triangle ABP in which QR is half of BP. I wrote here QR is half of BP. Reason MPT. And BP, you know that BP is what? Half of BC. Why? Because P is midpoint. Look here, BP is half of BC. Now put the value of BP in this equation. It will become QR half as it is in place of BP what I wrote? Half of BC. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 will make it 1 by 4 transpose. This is the result what you have to prove. 12th question, you are given a trapezium, clear, in which AB is parallel to DC and you are given P and Q are the midpoints, clear. BP produced meets CD produced at point E. This way you have to draw the figure. And in first part you have to prove P bisect BE. That means you have to prove that P is midpoint of BE. Look children, in this question you have to make a construction. You have to join PQ. And this is the property of trapezium. Line joining the midpoints of non-parallel sides will be parallel to these two sides also. It means this is parallel to this side and this is parallel to this side. Our second part is to prove PQ parallel to AB. So this directly you can write by the property of trapezium that line joining the midpoints of non-parallel sides will be parallel to the parallel sides. So second part is already proved. This is second part. Now we need to prove P is midpoint of BE. For this you take triangle BEC. Take this triangle. In this triangle Q is midpoint and this side is parallel to this side. Fine. Q is midpoint and this side is parallel to this side. It means P will also be the midpoint of BE. Reason converse of MPT. So I wrote here, that's what you have to prove. 13th question children. In triangle ABC, AD is median. AD is median. You know that median divides the base into two equal parts. It means BD is equal to CD. This is given to you. Then a line through B meets E. Line through B and E. B and E you have to draw a line through B and E which meets AC at point F. Prove that, what to prove? Prove that AC is equal to thrice of AF. Meaning AC is thrice of AF. Meaning you have to prove this half and this half is equal to, they are equal to each other. You have to prove AC is equal to thrice of AF. For that I made a construction here. Okay, join D and G and this line should be parallel to BF. Look children, in triangle ADG, first we have to take triangle ADG. I took this triangle ADG in which E is midpoint, this side is parallel to this, that means F is midpoint of AG. F is midpoint of AG, it means this half is equal to this half. Fine. Now, see I wrote here point of AC. So AF will be equal to GF. Now take triangle BCF. B, C and F. This triangle I have taken. We already proved this half is equal to this half. Now we have to prove this half is equal to this half. So for this I took this triangle. In this triangle D is midpoint. This side is parallel to this side. That means G will be midpoint of FC. Reason converse of MPT. Fine. So from here we will prove that GF is equal to CG also. So from equation number 1 and 2, AF will be equal to GF, CG will also be equal to GF. That means these three halves are equal. 14th question. D and F are the midpoints of side AB and AC of triangle. I have drawn a triangle ABC. D and F are the midpoints. A line through F and parallel to AB. Clear? This line is parallel to AB. Clear? Meets BC at point E. So you have to prove that this is a parallelogram. Already I told you if you prove one pair of side equal and parallel, you can say that it is a parallelogram. So for this I took the triangle ABC first, in which F is midpoint and EF parallel to this side. It shows that E will also be midpoint. Reason converse of MPT. So E will also be midpoint. Then after we can say BE is equal to EC, because if E is midpoint that means this half is equal to this half. Fine. Now take the triangle ABC again, in which D and F are midpoints. Fine. So DF will be half of BC. So in first part we proved E is midpoint. So what is half of BC? BE. That means DF will be equal to BE as well as DF will be parallel to BE also. So one pair of sides equal and parallel, that means it is a parallelogram. I already solved. You can go through the solution. Now come to the next exercise. So rest of the sums you will try yourself of exercise A. Now next is equal intercept theorem. What is equal intercept theorem? If a transversal makes equal intercept on 3 or more than 3 parallel lines, then any other line cutting them will also make the equal intercept. What does this mean? If 3 parallel lines are there, this is the transversal. If they makes equal intercept, if PQ is equal to QR, that means if you draw another transversal, it will also make same intercept. That means if these lengths are 5 and 5, this transversal will also cut them in these intercepts only 5 and 5. This is equal intercept theorem. Now, exercise B, first question. Use the following figure. This is the figure. You can see these 3 are the parallel lines. This intercept is these are transversals only. This is also transversal. This is also transversal. This is also transversal. So you are asked to find the length of BC if AB is 7.2. If AB is 7.2. So it is quite clear, beta. If this is 7.2, this will also be 7.2. Why? Because DE is equal to CD, so AB will also be equal to BC, equal intercept theorem. Okay, now GE, you have to find GE if FE is 4 centimeter. So that you can prove in other way also. Take this triangle. In this triangle, D is midpoint and these sides are parallel. So F will also be the midpoint. So if FE is 4, this full length will be double of 4. 4 and 4 will make it 8 centimeter. AE, if BD is 4.1. See children, B and D already we proved the midpoints. Clear? So if BD is 4.1, AE will be double of BD. That is twice multiply 4.1 will make it 8.2 centimeter. DF you have to find out if CG is 11. So D and F are the midpoints in this triangle. Clear? So DF will be half of CG. CG is what? 11. So DF will be half of 11. That is 5.5. So you can go through the solution. Clear? Then after, this is third part and fourth part. Second question, very important. This is the given triangle, beta. In this figure, 2AD is equal to AB. Twice of AD is equal to AB. So what I did, I took the length of AB as X. What is AD? X by 2. Then after it is given P is midpoint of AB. So AD is X by 2. This is X. This is midpoint. So all will be X by 2. That means this intercept is equal to this is equal to this. Clear? Now you have to prove AQ is parallel to BS. You have to prove AQ is parallel to BS. So look children, what I have done here. See this thing I wrote in triangle DPR. In triangle DPR. So what we can show in triangle DPR, A and Q are the midpoints. These are the midpoints. So AQ will be parallel to PR and PR is parallel to BC already given. Clear? So if this is parallel to this is parallel to this, that means AQ will be parallel to this side. Fine. Then after second part, you have to prove DS is equal to thrice of RS. DS is thrice of RS. That means you have to prove this half is equal to this half is equal to this half. So very simple, equal intercept property. If AD is equal to AP is equal to PB, then DQ will be equal to QR will be equal to RS. So you can go through the solution. Clear? I wrote here equal intercept property. Rest will continue in our next video. Thank you.